Welcome back to the Phroad Street Phandom podcast. We realized after recording our episode a couple days ago that we didn't put our predictions in for week two. So we figured let's do a quick, maybe 30, 40-minute discussion of, our picks throughout the week. We're going to do this basically all year long. We're going to keep track of everybody's record between the three of us and, see who, guess comes out the victor at the end of the year. So for this quick episode, 30-minute discussion with a 30-minute. So keep the trend alive.
Fancy.
Cameron, you got any?
Still a page out of Brock's book. More
There
like
you go.
Nice.
Brock, what you got?
I have a
Anything?
drink in the fridge, but I don't have one with me right now. I can
All
get
good.
one.
So sober thinking.
yeah.
Let me go. I'll go grab one.
Oh. Better be a good drink.
So yeah, and then we'll obviously give our picks for week two. At the end of the episode, we'll throw out basically, just thoughts and what we're thinking.
Yeah, and just to catch everyone up, so if anyone's keeping score at home, so throughout week one, Brian was 11-5 with his picks. Brock was 8-8 with his picks, and I was 10-6 with my picks. Obviously, that's just money line picks. That's not actually against spread or anything. So,
Yep. So follow whatever expert picks I have for this week. So let's get it kicked off. So obviously the Thursday night game. So we'll skip over that one, but we'll start with the 1 o'clocks. We got Jaguars at Bengals. Both 1-0. Jaguars, looked okay week one. Bengals looked
not so great.
Not too great, but they also tend to kind of, I don't know, show up slow, especially when the season starts. You would think that the Bengals would get that offense going and they'll actually score more points than I think it was 17 last week. So I'm gonna go with Bengals at home. I think they're gonna go 2-0.
Brock, you want to go?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was gonna say, well, Jacksonville we know played Carolina, so I'm not really looking at their 1-0 start to be anything spectacular. So I'm just gonna go clearly the Bengals are just the better team.
Yep.
So I picked them to win that.
Yeah, I'm going with Bengals as well. I think the offense, they'll figure it out. Jacksonville playing Carolina last week, obviously that's not too great of an opponent. So I think Cincy will pull this one out.
Yep. All right. So the next matchup is a division battle between the Giants and the Cowboys, both 0-1. Dallas is home. So in this game, I have no confidence in the Giants. Don't think that I think they're going to basically be one of those teams that just gets beat up on like they were last year. So I'm going to go Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys. They're just like I said, their home opener. They're pretty much going to wipe the floor with the Giants, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a blowout, but if it's anything after the team's played in week one, Dallas gave us a run for our money, right? Giants did not look good. They haven't scored a touchdown in week one 3 years in a row, I think is what it is. But I'm going to go Dallas as well, but I don't know if it's going to be like a double-digit blowout or anything. So
we'd like to see them tie. That would be great. But, those don't happen very often. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, for fantasy purposes, like make it like a 15 point, just Aubrey just hitting bombs.
Yeah.
So, but yep, I think we're all in agreement, boys. So next game we have the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Lions, they didn't look impressive. They didn't look good at all. In the first week, the Bears didn't either. They started out okay, but then just fell off during the second half. So I'm gonna ride with the Lions. I think they're gonna get back on track.
Yeah, I would say but the Bears, like they had the pick six, which pretty much what made them look like they had a chance to do it. And then the second half, the JJ kid just took over and beat him. I want to have some confidence in maybe Ben Johnson can do something because it's kind of like a revenge type deal. But I just don't trust Caleb Williams at all to do anything. So I'm just gonna go with the Lions getting back on track and just easily winning that.
Yeah, I think the Lions, it's their game to lose, right? Obviously the Bears are going to have another little fire under their ass with Ben Johnson going back in Detroit. But I just think Detroit's got to get back on track after, we saw them lose to the Packers and not look good. So
Yep.
they just got too much talent at this point. And I think Caleb Williams, I think I've been kind of high on him, but after Monday night showing, it's not. He hasn't been great. Just kind of watching some of the highlights of the game, he's missed a lot of throws and just doesn't look like he's there yet. So maybe they'll gel and get some more offense production in the future weeks, but I don't see it coming against Detroit.
Yep. So the next game we have the Rams at Titans. The Rams are 1-0. Titans are 0-1. Yeah, the Titans, they have a lot of young players. Cam Ward, after the first his first week, second week as a starter. So I don't think that they're going to be able to compete with the Rams. The Rams have a really good defense, and Stafford, he looked formidable last week. So I think Rams run away with this one.
Same for me. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I just think, like you said, with Cam Ward, the kid's just learning how to do it, and I don't think Titans defense is gonna have anything for Nakua or even Adams. So I think it's just gonna be pretty. Yeah, it's just they got too much offense on the Rams for the Titans to handle.
Yeah, and to round out our same picks across the board here, I'm going to go with the Rams as well. Cam Ward did look pretty good against the Denver Broncos defense, so that was got to be exciting for if there's any Tennessee fans
out
there.
Good defense.
So. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what Cam Ward's got. I mean, he looked okay the first week. I think the Rams, as long as Stafford's their quarterback, they got a chance. So.
Yep. So then we have New England against the Dolphins. Both of these teams did not look good in week one. Honestly, I don't know how much I trust the Dolphins at this point. I think there's a lot of, let's say, bad juju in the locker room, and a lot of the guys it just seems like I think I heard that they already had a players meeting after week one.
I was going to mention that.
And
yep.
It's
crazy.
Yeah, I mean I just don't think that they are a good team at all. I think it's going to be basically just they're going to be bad. They're going to blow it up, and I think they're going to fire the head coach and just So I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Yeah, it's like we were saying. I was going to mention the players meeting also. I mean, that's as bad as you can get. If it's week one and you're already having one of those, that's not going to get you anywhere. Plus, you got the Tyreek Hill. You got the Tyreek Hill drama with the domestic stuff, and then he had a reporter ask him today. It's been a while since he's had a 30-yard reception.
A calendar year,
and
yeah.
A calendar. And he basically responded like, "What are you trying to do? Piss me off?" And we're just like, dude, you gotta relax. It's where he's just asking you a question. But yeah, that's gonna be so I would say Patriots win easily. Yeah. They're just better. They're gonna be better coached in that matchup for sure.
Yeah, do you think that McDaniel or their coach's hot seat is the hottest so far this season?
Oh, it's it's on fire, like Burning Man. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, Dable might be on the hot seat too. But I think that's also it's Dable, it's the GM, it's so we'll see. I think we talked about it. Like, how quickly did they get Jackson Dart in? Because he's Dable's guy. He actually drafted him instead of the guys that the GM just keeps signing to, fill the quarterback spot. So, we'll see how long he has. But which one do you think gets let go first? It just I guess it depends on how the teams are performing. But
yeah. But with that said, I mean, I am going to go with Miami.
Oh,
no, you're good.
I was going to say Dable has hope. That's that quarterback a little bit. Yeah.
But I mean, Dable, he's been there long enough. He's been with the organization. They keep bringing in quarterbacks. They still aren't having success. So wouldn't be surprised if, Jackson Dart does make it in. If they don't start showing immediate improvements, then, he's got a hot seat too.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to fire Sirianni yet, Brock?
No, I'm okay right now. that wasn't until week 5 last year. So
Give him time. Give him time. So All right. And Cameron, you said Pats also.
Yeah.
All right. So next game we have the Niners going to New Orleans. Uh, Niners are 1-0. The Saints are 0-1. I think I'm not sure how many games the Saints are going to be competitive in this year. I don't like much of what they have. We'll see what Kellen Moore's able to do, but he doesn't have a lot going for him. Like we mentioned last week, losing Carr in the offseason didn't really set them up for success. So
Yeah.
I think the Niners are going to go 2-0 here.
Oh, I mean, the Niners, they lost Kittle, Purdy's out, and they got, still no Ayuk. You still don't know what's going on with McCaffrey. But I would say that it comes down to coaching. They got the better one there. So I can say maybe Mac Jones can just do enough. Like he's not going to light it up, but he can do enough to still win that
Mm.
game. Because, like you said,
Yeah.
the Saints, we don't know what's going to happen with the Saints at
Yeah.
all.
Hopefully
They
Kamara
just, they
goes
just look
off.
bad. Well, yeah. For fantasy purposes, I have Kamara, but I had Kittle also, and then so I was like, it's like son of a bitch. Like
Yeah.
these guys got to be healthy so that they can get something done. But if Purdy misses too much time, then the Niners are in trouble.
Yeah. I don't have much faith in Mac Jones, but I do think that he's capable enough of beating the Saints. So I'm going to take the Niners as well.
Yeah.
All right. The next game we have the Buffalo Bills, division rival or division matchup, I guess you'd say. Buffalo Bills going to the New York Jets in the Meadowlands. Bills looked impressive week one,
Yep.
and I think they're going to be one of the teams to beat for sure. As we all had them basically as the 1 seed and go into the Super Bowl. I believe we were across the board, right, in our predictions. So I think the Bills are going to go 2-0.
So I mean, the Jets look good week one. Justin Fields impressed a couple people. The defense for the Bills did get picked apart by Lamar, but Lamar is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But I just don't see them being able to get over the hill of the Bills. The Bills just run that division. It's like they can maybe give them a nice little competition to start the game. But we saw Josh Allen plays the whole game just as well as he does. So I have no question he's gonna win that game. In my mind.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bills, and I don't think this one's going to be close. I think the Bills just dominate the Jets. In Buffalo, in New York, it doesn't matter. I just don't think that the Jets have anything that's going to be an issue for the Bills. Like I know their defense didn't look great against Baltimore, but I mean they had Derrick Henry go for 200. Lamar going off, Zay Flowers going off. I think that the Jets don't have those weapons.
Right.
So we're all
Right.
square here with every pick we've all agreed on. So
It's gonna be hard for you guys to catch.
I know, but it's like some of these are just too obvious. Like if that loss doesn't goes the other way, it's just like, oh well, I didn't see that happening.
This game, we have Seattle Seahawks going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Rodgers looked good last week. 4 touchdown passes against his, I guess, former team. I think we've all been, we had the same thoughts on Seattle and kind of just seems odd this offseason. So I think the Steelers are going to go 2-0. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to pick them apart.
Yeah, well, I think I picked Seattle last week and they let me down. So I'm gonna go with Steelers to go 2-0 because Darnold just, even though Njigba looked good, none of the other parts of the offense looked good, and their defense is not that spectacular. So I just see the Steelers doing enough to go 2-0 also.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Seattle just to be against you guys for once.
We got a
I just
different
don't know.
one.
I mean, Rodgers looked good last week, but I just don't know. We'll see. See if we can do it again.
Yep. All right. Next game, we have the Cleveland Browns, another division matchup going against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. So, Browns have a good defense. I think this game's going to be closer than most people probably would think. But I do think that the Ravens are still going to come away with probably a 3-point victory.
Yeah, I mean the Browns, like I said, these matchups are always close, like you were saying. Like they're never blowouts. Even last year, and Flacco does pretty much. He's already showed it now. He keeps the team in range, and like you said, if Garrett can get in there and tear up some stuff on that offensive line, they have a shot. But I just don't. I don't see the Browns winning much. So I'm going Ravens also.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Baltimore also. I think they're pissed off, and the Browns are apparently their cornerback is running his mouth now, saying that it's not hard to tackle Derrick Henry. Why would you give Derrick Henry any more motivation after fumbling the loss last week? He's going to come out hot anyway, and now you're talking shit, so he's going to be even more pissed off. So, yeah, I think that Derrick Henry's going to be on a mission this week, and he's probably going to go for like 200 again. The guy's,
And my
you don't want to piss that guy off.
No.
Unless you're Cooper DeJean, then, you can go out there and tackle him,
That might be the only guy that can tackle me.
Yeah.
So that rounds out the 1 o'clock game. So in the 4 o'clock time slot, we have the Denver Broncos going to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Both are 1-0. The Colts, I think, impressed a lot of people week 1 with their performance of Danny Dimes. But I think the Broncos defense, is definitely going to give them a test. I'm going to go with the Broncos to win this one.
So I wasn't sure what I was going to do here because Bo Nix did not look great week 1. I mean, he only had the touchdown to Sutton, and I was kind of like, but like you said, the defense is just insane. I mean, Sertan's going to shut down Pittman, and then what's Danny Dimes going to do? I mean, he looked good, but he had the 2 real close rushing touchdowns. So I don't know if he can overcome that defensive pressure he's going to be under. And besides, if Pittman's shut down, he really doesn't have anybody else to throw to. So I'm gonna go Broncos as well.
So I'm going to look at it this way. After week 1, Denver, they did not look good. So I'm going to go with the Colts this week, just because it's more so how bad Denver looked against a bad Tennessee team. So I think that, with the Colts looking actually like competent offense with Danny Dimes now. I mean, that Tyler Warren guy, he had a really good game. He had 7 for 74 or something like that. He had a pretty good game. You get Pittman if he's going to be locked down by Surtain. You still have, some weapons, and Jonathan Taylor, obviously, in the backfield there. So I think that it's probably going to be a close game, but I'm going to lean Indy on this one.
There we go. Next 4 o'clock game be the Carolina Panthers going to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Cardinals are 1-0, and the Panthers are 0-1. Bryce Young looked like Bryce Young of early last year. I don't see any reason why the Cardinals don't win this game, so I'm going to go Cards.
So Bryce Young's another one of those that let me down because I thought he would continue to play well, and I just didn't think Jacksonville would look good. And even with them trading Bigsby away to us, I still or sorry, not you know what I meant, Jacksonville. Like I still but yeah, I don't see Carolina. I just don't think Bryce Young would have to show me if he can beat Arizona before I trust him again because he played that bad. So I'm gonna go Arizona as well.
Yep. Call of Duty still not out, so I'm gonna go Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Next 4 o'clock game is our very own Birds traveling to Kansas City, Super Bowl rematch. We talked about this a little bit, I think, on the last episode, but I think based on the performance of the Chiefs last week, I think the Eagles are going to pull this one out. They're a 1-point favorite on the road. I just think they're the better team. I'm going to go Birds.
Go Birds.
So I think originally when we did our schedule show, I think I had Eagles losing this game because I thought maybe with the Dallas stuff they would look too far ahead, like because the big Super Bowl matchup. But then, like you said, after what we saw the Chiefs look like, and then they've lost Worthy, and I just don't think they're going to be able to beat us. Like even without Goddard, I don't think that would be a difference if he was in or not. I just think we are the better team. We should just be able to do it. Now, I mean, if the Chiefs were to beat us, it's like, well, it's still Mahomes and still could maybe pull some miracle off. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see us losing that game. I did early on, but after the way it is being week 2, I'm gonna go with the Eagles as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go Birds as well. I know, we're losing Goddard, so that he got a lot of targets in week 1 against Dallas, but um, I think that the offense is probably going to get going passing here, especially after Justin Herbert lit up their defense last week. I think that we're hoping that AJ Brown, Devontae Smith can kind of carry the offense. Maybe even Dotson. I mean, he had the long ball in the first week, so hopefully we can get him going. On top of Jalen using his legs to extend drives and Saquon back there, I think that, and Dickerson's playing. I believe he was a full participant in practice today on Friday, so I think he's going to be in there. So that's going to be huge. We'll see. Hopefully, Jalen, if he's not out there running his mouth and spitting on people, hopefully we can have him in the defense to
He
help.
actually plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Help
he
out
plays,
Dory
yeah.
Jackson. So I'm going to go Birds as well.
All right. So the 8 o'clock game, Sunday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons go to Minnesota to play the 1-0 Vikings. JJ McCarthy looked good in the second half. I'm still not 100% sold on the Falcons. I don't trust Penix, or I don't think Bijan's enough to carry a team. So I'm gonna go Vikings here.
So I mean, so the Falcons only lost because their kicker missed the field goal. Other than that, Penix did get him in range to score, and he's getting Mooney back this week and Drake London back. He's getting both his weapons back. Now McCarthy looked good, but it took him till the second half to get going, and it was against the Bears. So I'm actually gonna go. Who the hell did we just say?
Falcons.
Falcons in
Falcons. Sorry,
Minnesota.
yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm gonna go Atlanta Falcons. Yes, yep. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta as well. I think they looked good against a Tampa team. The Vikings took them a whole half to get some kind of offense going, and they barely beat Chicago, I guess. So I think that Atlanta's going to take this one.
So we're back to the double Monday night games. So for the first game at 7, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Houston to play the Texans. The Bucks are 1-0. The Texans are 0-1. Stroud did not look good again week 1. And I think Baker Mayfield and that Tampa Bay offense is just going to be too much for the Houston's defense. So I'm going to take the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go the Bucks. I know they looked a little slow to start, but they should be the better team in this matchup. So I'm gonna go Baker and the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going Bucks as well. I don't believe in Houston. I'm such a downer on Stroud now. I just don't see it. I think Tampa, squeaking by last week, and I think that kind of might have got them hopefully getting their mindset right for this week. So I think that they're going to take it against the Texans.
Okay. And then the final game of the week, we have the Los Angeles
There you go.
Chargers going to the Raiders. 10 o'clock game. I think the Raiders surprised everybody by beating the Patriots last week. I don't know if that was more the Raiders looked impressive or the Patriots just looked outmatched or just like they weren't ready. But the Chargers looked really good against the Kansas City Chiefs. So I am going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers they look amazing week 1 in Brazil. The Raiders they played well. I mean, the Patriots, just I thought the Patriots would win, so I got that wrong last week. But Brock Bowers, he hurt his knee week 1, and he said he was good to keep going, but now he hasn't practiced the last 2 days. So I mean, they do play Monday. Maybe he could get ready and go. But even if he's in there and he's limited or he doesn't play, I see the Chargers just being way too good for the Raiders this week.
Yeah, Chargers here as well. I mean, they put on a hell of a performance week 1, so I think that there's no reason to pick against them going against an inferior opponent and, the Raiders. But yeah, Chargers.
Cool.
So Brian and Brock, you guys had the same picks. The only ones you differed on was the Minnesota Atlanta game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
should
think
be
game
easy to
went
calculate
early,
those
so, I mean,
scores next week.
yeah.
Yeah. So no, we'll definitely see Sunday what ends up happening into Monday. So I guess for the listeners out there, we'll be posting up some more bets on Sunday. So put some parlays together and some anytime touchdowns. Yeah. And other than that, is there anything else, Cam, you want to touch base?
No, we should be good. Like I said, I'll post out the bets that we're going to put in on Sunday. We'll each do a 3-leg parlay, and then we'll do each one person on the pod throw out an anytime touchdown. Hopefully, Thielen kind of screwed us last week, but you know what is what it is. So we'll get back at it and hopefully win you guys some money if you follow along.
Yep, sounds good. All right, well, thanks for listening. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Is it not letting you guys do anything?
I don't know what you want me to do. I was waiting to be. I was waiting if you. It still says we're live on mine.